Okay, so I wanted to do a little update to the potty training video that I did before. And the reason for that is because I think it's also important to give some pointers on when to take their puppies out. Because, I have a daughter, she's 13, and I also have a fiance, and both of them are notorious for bringing the dogs out or taking the dogs out and then bringing them back in, and then them immediately going to the bathroom in the house and saying, oh, well, I just took them out. And then the other thing they'll do is I will tell them, I'll notice the puppy doing something, and I'll tell them, hey, go ahead and take the puppies out. Well, I just took them out. And I always tell them it doesn't matter if you just took them out. What matters is, are they fixing to go to the bathroom? So puppies are pretty easy to potty train if you keep certain things in mind. So, for example, puppies are always going to need to go to the bathroom right after they wake up, right after they eat, and typically during play. So you'll kind of see them stop when they're horsing around and maybe go start to smell something. And if you notice that they've stopped doing something and then they've gone to go smell stuff, odds are they're fixing to go pee on something. So, when in doubt, go ahead, err on the side of caution. Just take them outside. Worst thing you can do is not take them out, and then they go to the bathroom in the house, and you've kind of prevented them from creating good habits. Because for the most part, potty training comes down to habit, not necessarily discipline. A lot of people think that you can scold a dog or rub their nose in it or whatever. And while there is a certain place for discipline in everything, with these kinds of puppies, it really does come down more to habit. And so now there does come a time, like, for example, if I had one of these puppies out and I was working with the puppy and I saw him, I caught him pee on the floor, and I felt that he already knew, I might tell him, oh, he's a bad dog, no. And I'm not going to rub his nose in it, but I'm going to definitely give him some verbal cues that I'm not happy with what he's done. Okay. And the puppy wants to please. They typically want to be on your good side. So knowing that you don't like something they did is going to kind of make them pay attention to that. But you have to follow that up with, as soon as you see them doing it, and I mean literally, you need to be walking towards them as they're doing it. You need to pick that puppy up while scolding him, not physically hurting him, but verbally scolding him, and then walk him outside and tell him to go potty, or whatever word you want to use. I firmly believe that you should use a word. So these puppies had started to stir a bit, which is why I started filming. So I'm going to show you how it is whenever you, and you do want to kind of be, you want to be knowing, like you want to be observing the puppy. And if you see that they're starting to kind of wake up, you want to be up taking that puppy out before they get up, because the odds of you catching them before they actually get up are pretty slim. So it's better for you to be the one that initiates. So we're going to open up the door. Come on, let's go potty. Let's go potty. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go potty. Good puppies, yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go potty. Come on. And then you might have a little slacker over here. Little slacker. Trying to be lazy. Alright, I'm going to pick her up. Show her the door. Give her a little nudge. And then you see, we got two of them peeing over there right now. Oh, there, we got another one. And another one over there. So they're all peeing right now outside instead of inside. We have officially caught that from becoming an issue because we were on time, keeping an eye and being proactive. The other thing is that puppies have short attention spans. So when it comes to going poop, they're not always going to go poop the minute they come outside, which is why it's a good idea to have a word And so, like, you can tell them, like, here, she's, you know, go potty, good girl. And then, you know, you tell her that she's a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Here's a good girl. That's a good girl. And you give her praise, right, for doing the right thing. So you reward behaviors that you want to see, and you discipline or dissuade behaviors you don't want to see. And so certain things require certain kinds of discipline. Not everything you have to come at with a hammer. And with puppies, it's better to go with the least amount of force necessary when disciplining them. It really just is. So with these guys, I don't physically do anything to them to discipline them for going to the bathroom in the house. You know, at this point, all I'm trying to do is create good habits, because it's not apparent that they actually even know they need to be going outside yet. So there's no reason to discipline them for something they don't even understand. So with these guys, I just try my best to make it a habit of coming outside and going to the bathroom. And that, just in doing that, they then prefer to want to come out. And so a lot of them, especially this brindle female here, she's so good at it that as far as like going number 2 in the house, she really just doesn't like to. And so she'll actually, you know, jump at the door and cry when she needs to go to the bathroom. That's how good she is at it. The peeing takes a bit longer. Typically all dogs, they go through that where number 2 is easier to get down, but the peeing can sometimes take a little bit longer. But you know, if you have the system set up that we do, that's not as big of an issue. And then when you're done, you just bring them in. And typically that's what I suggest, is when they're young like this and you're trying to instill good habits, you want them to believe that going to the bathroom is what it's about. Come on. That way they get to their business quickly, and then they don't sit around playing the whole time. Come on. Come on, Thor. Come on, Thor. He's intimidated by the stair. We got a little bit of slippage here. We'll fix that. There you go. You're good puppies. You're good puppies. Oh, you're good puppies. Yes, you are. You're good puppies. Yes, you are. Oh, you're good puppies. We've got Velocity over here. She probably needs to go potty. Do you go potty? You need to go potty? You're a good girl. Let me scoop you up. We have a door for her, but sometimes that's easier. Go ahead. All right, there we go. So anyway, just a little follow-up to what I had already stated, with a little bit more instruction on how we do it. As they get older, they'll pay more attention to the adults. They'll see the adults are not peeing and pooping in the house, and they'll get the message. But when they're young like this, it takes a little bit of time. And so just, you know, make sure that you stick with it, and that you're on time every time. And, you know, every time that you beat them to it, every time that you beat them to it, as far as going to the bathroom and getting them outside, is you're more on point to having that totally fixed and not being a problem anymore. But each time that you don't, and you're not watching and you're not paying attention, and they go in the house, that's more likely that they're going to continue doing this, because you haven't really created good habits yet. So, you know, make sure to keep an eye on them, and you know, be there for them when they need you, so that they learn how to be good dogs. Alrighty, y'all have a good day.